So Siege has just become a lot more new player friendly, but for a trade-off. Hey, what's up guys, it's Yeti here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the Rainbow Six Siege starter pack, which is going to be launching on June 19th. So I'm not going to lie, when I first read about this I was a little bit confused, not necessarily because it's actually that hard to get your head around, but it's a new thing, it's a different thing. This isn't really a model I've seen before in games like this, so it's a weird one. So what actually is it? Well, basically what it is the game, you pay less for the game. It's the full game, all the content, all the maps, all the operators, guns, camos, skins, all that sort of stuff are still available in the same way, but basically you pay a lot less for the game, but the way in which you unlock operators is completely different. So basically you pay £12 or $15, and then I believe it's like 20 Canadian for the full game, and that you just buy the game in the same way you'd buy the game normally, except you pay £12 for it. So seems good, right? And that's a great thing, but basically what it does is it changes the way you unlock operators. Usually the way it works is you start off with the recruit, and then you have all the operators available to you to unlock right off the bat. They usually cost between 500 to 2,000 renown to unlock one operator, and basically Ubisoft says this takes about half an hour to 2 hours to unlock each operator, and that's the standard way it works. And then as far as the DLC operators go, like Buck and Blackbeard and Valkyrie and Frost, they cost 25,000 renown or 600 R6 credits to unlock each operator, unless of course you have the season pass, in which case they'd be free and unlocks right off the bat. So basically how the starter edition works is instead of paying £30 for the game, you pay £12 for the game, but as far as unlocking operators go, you start off with 2 random operators from the pool of the most intuitive operators at entry level. So you'll get 2 of these 6 operators, and those are Rook, Sledge, Ash, Fuse, Mute, and Smoke. And basically you'll get 2 of these 6 operators randomly. It could be any 2 of these operators, and you'll get obviously 1 of the 3 attackers or 1 of the 3 defenders, so you have 1 from each pool, and then you'll basically just have these unlocks right from the bat. So you'll start off with 2 operators. However, from this point on, they will then become a lot more expensive. You do also start off with 600 R6 credits, which you can then use to spend on either 2 more operators, which is what the Ubisoft recommend, or alternatively you can spend them on other content like, you know, guns and that, gun camos and that sort of stuff. So you'll start off with 2 of these random 6 operators, and then you'll have 600 credits to spend on potentially 2 other operators as well. So right off the bat that seems good, right? You've paid a lot less for the game, roughly half, a little bit less than half actually. You start off with 2 operators, and then you have the potential to buy 2 more operators. But what does this mean for later on down the line? Well, essentially it means that of the remaining 16 original operators, they will cost a lot more now. So this means they'll now cost 12,500 renown just for 1 operator, which when you compare this to the usual 500 to 2,000 max, 12,500 is a huge amount. So that means it'll take approximately 15 hours in-game just to unlock 1 new operator. You can, however, still purchase the $35 R6 credit pack, and what this does, it gives you like the right amount of credits just to buy all 16 operators at one go. So basically that option is still available to you, but yeah, at that point you're paying $35 more, so you may as well just get the regular version. It's up to you really. So as far as unlocking operators go, basically your best bet, if you want to have them all from the get-go, this would be cheaper, to buy the starter edition and to then buy the $35 R6 pack as well. That would be the cheaper way to buy them all right off the bat. But if you're going to be unlocking them, it sort of depends, because as far as new players go, I think this is great, because it means you get the game for cheaper, you get to start with 2 guaranteed good operators, and then at that point you can then purchase 2 operators which best fit you completely free. So you basically start off with 2 good operators and 2 operators of your choice, like right off the bat. But then at that point, you know, it's going to take a lot longer to unlock every individual operator, assuming you don't buy the credits. So it is a trade-off, and it's not necessarily a catch-22. I think it is a bit of balance in there. You either go for the sort of like the standard way of doing it, which I would still say is the better way of doing it, because honestly, it won't take you that long to unlock 4 operators already anyway, with the lower renowns, you know, 500 to 2k. That's really not that much. You're going to get that quite quickly, and you're going to be, you know, the first few hours always go really quickly. It's always a learning process anyway, and you're going to get those operators pretty quickly. But it really depends on what you want. If you want to jump right into it and you think you're going to be in it for the long haul, then maybe this is good for you. As I said, you'll be starting off with 4 good operators, because 2 are going to be of the good pool anyway, and then 2 you're going to get to choose. So it really depends on what you want. But yeah, as far as everything else goes, it doesn't actually really affect anything else. Everyone else can still engage in the Pro League. You can still upgrade to the standard edition later on if you want, although personally, like, I and Ubisoft also recommend, if you've bought the starter edition, your best bet is to just buy the 49.20 R6 bundle for $35 as opposed to buying upgrading to standard edition. But yeah, you can do everything exactly the same. You can play ranked, you can do all the challenges, everything is exactly the same. The only difference it makes is how the operator is unlocked. So at this point, that's pretty much it. It's a case of, do you just want to pay £30 and then play the game normally, or do you want to have that initial boost for a lot cheaper? Now, honestly, I think it could go either way, because you've got to think of it this way. It's not just a case of having the boost initially or playing the game normally. It's also a case of the game is actually £18 cheaper. It's £30 currently on Steam, or £12 if you want the starter edition. So it really could go either way. If you don't have as much money and you want the game for cheaper, then there you go. This could be great for you, because you spend, at the end of the day, there you go, you're paying less than half. And even if you look around online, that you're not going to get it for that cheap anywhere online, the standard edition. So it's definitely going to be savings either way there. It just depends if you're willing to pay it cheaper for that trade-off. But unless price isn't an option, if it's just a case of you're not really sure which way to go, if you think you want that initial boost, then sure, that's up to you, go for it. But in my personal opinion, as someone who's put just over 70 hours into this game and went through the grind of playing the standard version, because that's just what it is up until now, I would honestly say get the standard edition. Unless you have little money and you want to make that plunge, then that's fine to get it cheaper. But in my opinion, if you have the money to get the standard edition, definitely get the standard edition, because yeah, okay, that boost is going to be good, but honestly, it's not going to take you that long to get the first few operators, especially when you're first starting out and they're only going to be 500 an hour each. You're going to get that pretty quickly. As Ubisoft said, that's like half an hour each, right? So you're going to get that pretty quickly. You're going to get that through playing. It's just going to happen, and eventually you'll get to the point where you'll have the operators you want really quickly, and then you'll get to a point where you just sort of buying them. You're just naturally getting renown. You're not even worrying about it anymore. You'll just sort of, eventually you'll be like, oh, I've got enough renown to buy an operator, I'll do that. So honestly, I honestly think that it's worth getting. I say honestly quite a lot so far, but I think it's worth paying for the standard edition. I think it's worth just going with that one, because I think, yeah, the boost is good, but eventually you'll get to the point where you're like, holy shit, 12,500 now for one operator. I think in the long run, you'll probably end up being able to buy all the operators a lot quicker if you get a standard edition than you get the initial edition. So, you know, it depends what you personally want. If you think that boost is going to be good for you, then that's awesome, go for that. I just personally do believe that the standard edition is way better. But, yeah, so that's my opinion. If you've got less money, go for the starter, but if you can afford to go for the standard edition, I would recommend that. So anyway, hopefully that's given you a good bit of overview. There'll be a link in the description as well to the FAQ, which hopefully covers all the information. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below in the comments. Other than that, oh, I also forgot to mention at the start of the video, this is only out on PC. The starter edition is not available on console, only on PC. I will have put a bit of text up saying that, but yeah, only available on PC. So other than that, thank you for watching. Mine's Yetihype. If you like this video, a like would really help the channel out. It's the easiest thing you can do to support the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to leave drop a sub. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace, guys.